So this will count as the daily clip for Saturday. It's not necessarily Morgan Freeman. It is basically a terrible Morgan Freeman. But here we go. I have come here to tell you a tale. One fine day, with a wolf and a purr, my baby was born and it caused a little stir. No blue buzzard, no three-eyed dog, just a feline canine, little cat dog. Cat dog, cat dog. Quick insert at the start. The giveaway, that 25 game giveaway for Christmas and New Year's, it's gonna end on Sunday, so get in on that if you haven't gotten in on that. And Dragon Ball FighterZ for PC, that giveaway, it's starting today, so check that out. Welcome, friends, LostScarf here, and it's time for the vlog, and I'm feeling ruggedly handsome. Okay, so politics really quick, and then Logan Paul, and then we'll get to more positive things. Just going through negatives real quick. Politics. Trump going for nuclear war, not good. Not good at all. That's pretty bad. Let's hope not for that. Let's hope not for that at all. That Wolf book, with Steve Bannon and all that stuff. It's fun to see Steve Bannon and Trump fighting, and Trump to go from all these high praises of Bannon, and now saying he's a lunatic and all this stuff. It's hilarious. Oh my god. It's funny to see all the people turn on Bannon. Bannon thought he was something special. He's not. And it's just fun to see infighting over there. That's really what it is. And people are joking how Bannon's a leftist hero. It's like, no, he's still a horrible racist. Still a horrible, horrible, horrible racist. And the last thing is Trump wanting $18 billion for the wall. Wasn't the whole idea he was going to make it really cheap and also he was going to make Mexico pay for it? Like, okay. Alright, so how many more things is he going to go back on? I don't know. Okay, now Logan Paul. Okay, after Logan Paul, we'll be done with all that. Well, Logan Paul wasn't great. What Logan Paul did was not great with the suicide force. That's a terrible thing. Plenty of people have done the backlash on that one. I'm late to the party on that. I'm more concerned about his fandom. And after seeing the other things he did, someone put together all the bad things he did in Japan. He's like, oh my god, that is all really bad. That's all extremely bad. And great. That's just great. Logan Paul has really screwed it up for a lot of us who want to check out Japan in the future. So that's fun. That's really fun. That's great. My more concern is his fandom and how rapidly they've been defending him. At this point, they should not be, and if you're a fan, you should not be, because Logan Paul himself said, do not defend me, stop defending me, do not defend me. Like, the thing he did was wrong, he recognizes that now, and he said to not defend him because it's not defensible. And yet he has fans who are still trying to defend him. Stop defending him. What's more concerning is the fact that this has actually not stopped him in his growth. He's still growing rapidly. So Logan Paul is still going to be a big figure. What's very not good is how YouTube has not reacted. They're not going to do anything about Logan Paul, it looks like. And if they don't, that's going to speak volumes. Like, there needed to be something, but they have not done anything about Logan Paul. And there's a lot of big YouTubers calling them out on that. So that's developing. I'm really curious what's going to happen out of that. But that's still ongoing. But holy crap, what Logan Paul did was not okay. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they're both douches. They really are. Jake Paul's always been. Logan Paul I didn't really notice until VidCon. When he did that whole, the money hunt thing. That put a lot of people in danger and that was not good. And that's really what got me out to Logan Paul. I'm like, that's not great, and that was not great foresight. After seeing that, I would believe the suicide force thing happened, because that was not great foresight either. What concerns me is he doesn't have a guy going like, maybe you shouldn't make that video. Like, I'm surprised he doesn't have a guy like that. There's people saying like he wasn't thinking. The thing is, it takes hours to edit things. It takes hours to upload things. There was plenty of time for him to think, okay, maybe I shouldn't upload this thing, and he never thought about that. And that's the bigger concern for me, because I know how long these things take, and it's like, there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time not to do this. The backlash he's getting is deserved, and it's not going to stop him. It is not at all. His fans don't need to be concerned at all. It's not going to stop him. The only way it's going to stop Logan Paul is if enough people get it in them to complain to his advertisers. If the advertisers go after YouTube and cause another adpocalypse, even deeper one, that will actually do something to Logan Paul, because that will make YouTube have to do something about him. If that does not happen, which we're not seeing any sign of that, then Logan Paul's not going anywhere. There's going to be no repercussions. Right now, it just looks like that. And that's bad. But the thing about it is, you got to remember about YouTube is, there's not going to be a real competitor. YouTube actually kind of has a monopoly. They kind of do. They still have to please advertisers, but they don't have a competitor, and they never really will, because what YouTube does is what YouTube does, and it's not a profit. It is YouTube, all the money they make slows the bleed, because YouTube is just something that is not attainable, but they manage it and keep it together because it helps with everything else. YouTube keeps Google relevant. YouTube keeps Gmail relevant. It keeps all these things attached to Google relevant by being YouTube. It also helps with all their advertised searches and all that stuff that they do, all the analytics they do. It helps with all of that for Google. And so YouTube is a good part of it, but YouTube doesn't turn a profit itself. All it does is, what the money it makes is slow down the bleed of what it is. And they're constantly having to just manage and keep that from costing too damn much, but it's not a money maker. So there can't ever really be a competitor, because YouTube isn't a money maker. Who's going to become the new a competitor to YouTube for money making? Not really. Twitch is only so much of a competitor. They make plenty of money. They are, of course, a streaming service more so than a game video thing. If they tried to be a game video thing, so taking all the gamers away from YouTube, even then people will just double dip and do both, like I'm doing. A lot of people double dip. A concept with Twitch is you cannot upload anything that you streamed within 24 hours to YouTube. That's a thing they have when you do the affiliate program. I assume also partner. But even then, it's 24-hour lag. That's not a big problem. So that doesn't really do anything. So you're able to just double dip into both. But I don't really see anything changing with YouTube. There's a lot of people who are just frustrated, and it really sucks. And it's just going to keep going the way it is. And that's very frustrating. Now, getting all that negativity out of the way, positives before the topic, which would be heavy. Kind of heavy. Let me tell you about Vegas a little bit. There were some fun things. I saw Tenors of Rock. That was amazing. It's these 5 British dudes. I think they were on British America's Got Talent. And there's a rock band playing, and these guys just have amazing voices, and it's just 5 dudes, and it's really, really good. If you ever go to Vegas, check them out. It's a great show. Also saw Matt Franco, which is a really good magician, which was very fun as well. Magicians are always fun to watch. They're always fun to watch. And so that was great. So if you ever go to Vegas, check out Matt Franco or the Tenors of Rock. Those were good times. And if you never go to Vegas, well, there's probably some YouTubes, I would assume. So those were fun. Another fun thing is I went to this thing called Game Masters over at the Reuben H. Fleet Science Center, which is where a bunch of sciences, I learned a bunch of science while I was there. It's a place for kids to learn science, which is really cool, but they also learned some other things. But I got to play all these freaking awesome games from the past. And let's just talk about games in general. Games have been around since like the 1970s. And they were bar games. So we're going to talk about the history of games for a moment. They were bar games. That's what they were. They were just big cabinets, the arcade machines you've seen. And they were originally made by like 1 or 2 dudes. Each game was just 1 or 2 dudes. Missile Command is just 1 dude who made that thing. Space Invaders, 1 dude. Donkey Kong, 1 dude. There's some that are 2 dudes. All the Konami games, though, which is weird, back in the day, you weren't allowed to put your name on anything. So the people who made the Konami arcade machines, unknown. That is weird, but that's what it is. It's interesting, though. Yeah, like Pac-Man. Here's what's interesting. Centipede brought in the women. Like, they saw their biggest increase in female gamers with Centipede, and then when Pac-Man rolled around, they saw a bigger increase, and that's why they made Miss Pac-Man. With Miss Pac-Man, they brought the women definitely in, and so there was a male and female audience in the arcades, at the bars back in the day. At some point, we just decided that video games were for kids and for men, not really for women. For some reason, we decided that at some point in America. I don't know why. But it was fun just playing all these arcade machines, really cool, and just seeing them progress. And seeing just, there are things that just took the machines to the limit, and then they had to upgrade the machines, and they had to take those to the limit. Like, Tempest took the machines to the limit with the colors and just the concepts of things that we're doing. And it's just so cool seeing those things. And just, I played so many of these when I was a kid, and I got to play some I'd never seen before, and that was really awesome. And I got a bunch of high scores, which is awesome. That was great. Playing the original Donkey Kong is not an easy game. Holy crap. It's fun playing it, though. Then they had the Game Changer section and the Indie section, so you got to see a bunch of indie stuff. Minecraft, of course, had a big area. There was also Rovio with Angry Birds. And I got to see Journey and Flower and Flo from this. I can't remember who it was. There was Parappa the Rapper. All these games. You got Ico, Shadow Colossus, and Trico, which is with The Last Guardian. Got to see fan art. Not fan art. Got to see concept art. There's a big Sega section with all the Sonic games. Got to play Sonic Mania on an 80-inch. On an 80-inch? That is awesome. Games are awesome, people. It's just fun playing games. You're here because, games are awesome. And it was invigorating just reading up on the history of gaming. There's Peter Molyneux stuff, and there was Will Wright, and you got Miyamoto, and then you got all these other names I cannot pronounce or remember because they're not easily pronounceable. And there was just so much history there. It was just awesome seeing that, and just the only thing missing was maybe a console section, just going over consoles and their specs and how they've grown. That's the only thing I think that was missing from this exhibit was that, because there's plenty of gaming stuff, plenty of things like Rock Band there. You had Just Dance. There was a lot of games there just showing how the technology exploded in different ways in gaming, which is really cool. But the only thing missing was the consoles. It was definitely missing the consoles. That is one thing missing there. And maybe a Nintendo area. Maybe the only other thing maybe missing, because they did have a good amount of Sega, was maybe Nintendo, and then at least some Xbox and PlayStation stuff, at least for the inception of them. That's all that was really missing there. And that would have been cool. Just a little bit more to continue just showing the history of hardware and software. That would have been pretty cool. But I liked it a lot. It was fun. I enjoyed it very much. And, I gotta tell you this. So they also have an IMAX there, and it was an aircraft carrier IMAX. So I got to learn all about how aircraft carriers work. And I got to learn about the technology they have. And they're like, yeah, there's 2 little reactors. They're basically little suns, and they power the whole dang thing. And that was pretty cool, how they work. How it's not uranium, it is an isotope of some kind. I can't remember which one it is. And it uses that to heat the water, and the water makes steam, and they have high pressure steam, and that steam moves turbines, not turbines, it moves wheels around, and it moves the propellers, it moves all these things. It's just high pressure steam from the heat of these nuclear reactors. That's how it works. It's not like they just get power from the energy itself. They get the power from the steam, which is so cool. And that powers the engine, that just powers everything in the ship. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I did not know that about nuclear reactors. That's pretty cool there. What I also didn't know is they use a hydraulic system to launch the jets. They have high pressure water jets from using the nuclear reactor, and they just hold them there in a canister that's really, really strong. And they load up the jets, and they fire on them off. The jets just go from 0 to 160 or 180 in 3 seconds. I'm like, oh, holy crap. And then they just flying. The jets just fly. I'm like, that is kind of amazing. And when the jets land, what I did not know is I thought they just had amazing brakes. When the jets land, they have this little thing on the tail that's supposed to catch a freaking wire on the freaking aircraft carrier to catch them, and it still slows them down. They stop. It's like a rubber band thing. I'm like, oh, there's a thing they got to catch. And they have to be precise as heck, because if they miss that, then they just keep going. If they're too early, well, then the wheels hit the damn thing. That's going to cause another problem. They have to precisely land at the right time, or they're dead. That's amazing. It's kind of amazing. But they also showed this new jet, which was amazing. It's have you ever... Gundam. I don't know if you've ever seen Gundam. I can't remember this from Char's Assault, or Char's Counterattack. In the Gundam cockpit, from the inside, they can see everything. When they show the inside of the cockpit, it's just Amuro, or it's just Char, and it's just the world around them. You don't get to see the inside of a cockpit, it's just the world around them. And the new jets have that technology. The visor the dude's wearing when he's looking around, he can look through the jet because the camera's on the jet. So he can see under the jet, he can see through the sides of the jet, he can see over it, like, he can see everything because there's cameras on the jet to let him do that. He can see through his plane. I'm like, that is so cool. That is so cool. And there's also a heads-up display that will highlight things and heat signatures. And it's like, okay, it's this nation over here. And it puts the freaking squares and the triangles and stuff around them. It's like, it's getting gamified, sort of. But, you know, that's kind of useful information to have if you're in a jet. I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's nuts. That's nuts. I just learning some history. They also showed footage of just war history and talking about like the Battle of Midway. They had footage of that, which was pretty cool. And just wow, it was just interesting to see that. And they also showed launching of ships and formations. It was pretty cool. IMAX. I've been seeing IMAX in like 20 years. It was cool to see that. I saw IMAX when I was a little kid, and it was like about whales. And this is back when IMAX just first comes up. And you're just sitting there, and the IMAX has the whale just go bam right in your face. It's just like bam. There's a whale just jumping out of the water, just breaching, and it's like, oh, that's so cool. IMAX is cool. IMAX is cool. And so I had an awesome day. That was today. That was awesome. That was an awesome day. Had ramen after that. Had ice cream. It's been a good day. It's been a very good day because it's been a shitty week. But it's been a good day. I had a cold in Vegas. And other things happened. But it's a good day. It's a good time to do the vlog because it's a good day. So I want to end on this. I want to end on this topic. I'm solid right now, I think. I'm good in a lot of ways. Mentally, physically, I can lose some weight. Mentally, somewhat physically, I can lose weight, like I just said. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. It's a new year. We're going to do some work here. I've got guests ready for the podcast. Mez is coming up. We're going to have Mez. We're going to have Steve from Checkpoint again. We're going to have Jag. We're going to have Verb. We're going to have Killer at some point. We're going to have Jacqueline Joy again. And I'm going to try to get Shell in the Pit. I'm going to try to get Asymmetry from West of Loathing. I'm going to try to get freaking Larian at some point. I'm going to try to get Yacht Club, freaking Shovel Knight up in here. I'm going to try to get those guys. I am going to try to get some people. We're going to get some people, and I am excited for that. We're going to come in strong. Someone brought up a thing, though. They brought up that... this is not the topic. I just realized it's something I need to talk about. Someone brought up a thing of... you should go back to doing what you did with Smite. And, like, they're not wrong, necessarily. It's being in-depth about something, being very fun and entertaining, and doing something like that. And we did that with Overwatch for, like, a year. It didn't work out because everyone else was doing Overwatch as well. And we just couldn't separate from the crowd. Smite was probably the perfect storm because it was new when we did it. There were niches to fill, and it was just fun to do. Whereas in Overwatch, it was flooded. It was just everyone's up in there, and that's what happened with that. The only way Overwatch would have worked out is if we came in early, but we never got in the beta, which is unfortunate. The new one that it could happen with would have been Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter is going to come out on console very soon, and it's not going to be on PC until autumn, so we're going to miss the boat on that, unfortunately. I love Monster Hunter. We're going to play the crap out of it anyway, but I don't know if I'm going to want to be on depth on it because I will probably miss the boat. Maybe someday we'll find some way to be really in depth on something again in the future with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of humor, and a lot of knowledge. I don't know. I try to bring that anyway with the one-shots, but you can only be so knowledgeable about something you're playing for the first time or second time in a week. There's something else I need to become knowledgeable on and just talk about it very well. And it probably potentially has to be with the podcast where I just from doing more and more guests, get a better understanding of just everything in gaming and being able to talk deeper about that. That might be one way to go about it. We'll see. Coming up, I got to look into being able to host it on SoundCloud and other places, although people think SoundCloud is going to go down eventually. On SoundCloud and just other places that do podcasts, host it at places, figure that out already. We'll have that figured out by hopefully January or early February. We're going to get it figured out, though, because I have a job so I can afford to host the thing. So there you go with that. But here's the thing I'm filled with confidence from. The thought is you should do what you like. Like, what would you watch is one way to think about it. It's like, Yeah, well, someone's like, what would you watch? Would you watch someone's random LP? Would you watch this and that? And it's like, I would, because I enjoy LPs. I like watching LPs. My favorite LP guy is Jesse Cox, but I've watched other people do LPs as well. And I do LPs because I enjoy watching them and playing them. I like LPs. That's why we do them. We're going to be bringing out more special projects and fun things like that. The side channel is going to have all the games that I'm just going to play because I like playing games. But here's what I know, and I think it's just after having now a job, I am filled with a more confidence on this. I don't care what's popular or what's the boat. I think what's important is we're going to make our own boat. We will make our own damn boat. I say this with complete confidence. That we will do what we want to do, we'll have fun doing it, and we'll get better at it while we're doing it. And we'll just become something really great in whatever the hell we decide to get great at. We've been practicing for, 4 years? I'm far beyond what I was at the beginning. Way better at the voice stuff, way better at confidence, way better at talking to people, way better at playing and talking, way better at a lot of things. Jinx has gotten amazing at a lot of things as well. We're just getting better. And we're going to get better and better. We're going to become something popular. We might be the most popular 61-year-olds the world has ever seen. Maybe that's what it'll be. I don't know. But I believe in us. And I believe in our community. I believe in what we do and what we represent and all that stuff. I believe in it. I think we'll succeed. For sure. And so I'm solid in all that. But I'm hurting in one place. It's considered it's used as an insult. Bleeding heart. A bleeding heart person or a bleeding heart liberal. I consider myself more in the center, but I do lean towards the left, so let's go with the bleeding heart liberal. It's considered an insult to call someone that because it means they care too much. They leave themselves open too much, and they take on too many causes. And I understand that because, you take on too many causes, you can't do all the causes, and you're just screwed. Yeah. But I think it's important to have your heart be open, no matter how much it can be hurt. And it's gotten hurt a lot lately, honestly. I made a lot of friends in the last year, and I've been ghosted by all of them. Except one, I guess. Well, it's more of a business friendship, so it doesn't really count. But I keep getting hurt, and it sucks a lot. It sucks a lot. And if I was at a lower point, I'd probably be a lot sadder when I'm saying it, but I'm at a high point, so that's probably why I'm doing it now. I keep making friends and trying to be close, and they seem really great, and then they disappear on me, and it hurts like a bitch. It hurts, and it sucks. And that's a pain I'm having. It's the pain of trying to do something, and it just fails and blows up in your face, and it hurts. But you gotta keep doing it. Like, for me, this is making friends, close friends, has been a painful experience, because I keep losing them. I don't know if it's just me, or it's just, everyone's just got their own BS, and they just keep disappearing. And you and other people, you have different things you're dealing with that's just not working out. Like, prior to this, it would be when I was trying to get a job, and it just wasn't working out, just wasn't getting the job. That really sucked. And so maybe that's something one of y'all is dealing with. Or maybe it's relationships in a different way. Trying to get a girlfriend and a boyfriend, it's just not working out. You keep breaking up. Or you're just not finding someone you really groove with. That's also a thing that sucks. Or just, you're not working out well with classes. Classes just aren't working. Or other BS. Maybe you're practicing for a skill and it's just not connecting. Like, there are things that happen to us where we just keep trying and trying and trying, and we just keep getting beat back, and it hurts and it sucks. And we want to stop. But here's the thing, we can't stop. Because if you stop, then nothing happens. You make no progress if you stop going. And it sounds obvious, but it is that. It is what that is. The deeper and darker one, of course, is depression. It is, you get down there, you get sunk in it, you feel like you cannot go any further, but you have to keep going. Because if you don't keep going, then you're not going to go anywhere, and you're just going to be stuck in it. You got to keep trying. We learn from failure. There are times when you just fail, and there's nothing really to learn, you just failed again. And it's not really you learn, but you just develop. Developing bouncing back. Needing to bounce back. Resiliency. Coming back and doing better and stronger. And with more fierceness. Does that make any damn sense? I'm ready to conquer this year. But there are still negative parts in my life. There's still parts that hurt. Still parts that suck. And it's unfortunate. But despite that, I'm going to fight hard for this year. I'm going to fight hard to take this year and then take 2019 and take 2020. Hindsight is 2020. I'm taking that. I'm taking that year. I'm taking every year. They're all going to be mine. I am not holding back anymore. I'm going to fight. And this is mostly because of all the years of holding on and getting to a better position. I'm in a stronger position now because, of course, I got my job. Having that job has given me a lot more position and security. Now that I have that cornerstone, I can build from there and get stronger and do more. And that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to take things by storm as hard as we can and as best as we can. Of course, I might bite more than I can chew, so hopefully we don't do that. But we're going to try to just take things. We're going to try to really bring it. At least that's the plan. And we'll see how that goes. And we're going to see special projects. We're going to see just a lot of streaming and a lot of this and a lot of that, a lot of podcasts. A lot of pushes. There's going to be some growing pains going on here. But I'm not going to forget, of course, and leave behind my community. I'm always going to be trying to build up and make better our Discord. So it can always be more welcoming and just a fun place to be. And a place where people can interact with me and things like that. I probably don't really want to open it up to like a debate kind of situation in there. I feel like I just want everyone to get along. If you have drama, try to find ways to squash that. But for the most part, it's just a place for people to be comfortable and have fun. But we'll see what happens with all of that. But as the plan for the Discord is to make it always a welcoming place. And it might not be a bad idea to also put a vent in there. I've been seeing that in a lot of Discords lately as places for people to vent and get things out, because venting is important. And so I might consider that for our channel, for our Discord as well. There's a lot of things I can consider, and we'll see what would work out, what does not work out, but there are things that we can do. What's important, I feel, is walking forward. Always walking forward. Only not walking backwards. Maybe taking a step back, but not walking backwards. Taking a step back to reevaluate, check everything, and then keep walking forward. I think that's important. You got to keep climbing, you got to keep reaching, got to keep going. The only real reason to stop is if you put yourself in a great spot where you can take a breather, I feel. But if you're not, then I just keep going. I think just keep going. Even if it's got to be at a snail's pace, even if you're going to walk slow, even if you got to crawl, whatever. I think it's always important to try to keep going forward. I think that's important. And that's what we're going to do. And there are going to be things that suck and hurt and slow you down, but just keep going forward. I think that's what's important. I'm also pep talking myself as well because I really want to do really well this year and I want to get bogged down. It's not about the views. Forget the views and all that. Forget all that. Forget the sub counts, forget the view counts, forget all that stuff. I've spent the last 2 years worrying about that and about being haunted by leaving Smite and all that stuff. We've lost a lot of people. We've lost a lot of things. We've definitely lost a hell of a lot. I look insane just laughing right now. Star Wars, let the past die. I just realized I had that thought in my head. Kill the past, right? Oh my god. That's what it is, essentially. Forget the past. We're going to make a brighter future. You, me, Jinx, all of us. We're going to make a brighter future. I'm fully confident in that. It ain't going to be fast, but when it hits, oh, it's going to hit, baby. That's for sure. All right, that's the vlog, everybody. That's enough talking for now. I can keep going. But that's enough. I think we've hit a good stopping point. I had fun talking, we had fun watching and listening. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by and see you next time. And, you know, how to support. How to support. Is it YouTube, Twitch, Patreon, Twitter. Don't know what coffee is. I should look into that. Oh, Tad. We're going to probably do that again when Super Bowl hits because there should be better ads at that point. But, you know, make comments. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm lonely. Talk to me. Discord, you can join that as well. Just let's all get more involved, I suppose. Let's get this party started. Year just started. kind of crappy in some ways. We can make it better though. Take this year by storm. Let's do it. See ya.